Welcome back. A short while ago, we brought you news about the fact that there's been a setback for Manish Sisodia, where the Enforcement Directorate has 5 further days now. They managed to procure custody from the court to further question him. The ED remand copy has also been accessed. But before we actually go to that, let me in fact go across to my colleague Bhavtosh, who's outside the ED headquarters. Bhavtosh, tell us about some of the reasons that has now been offered by the court to ensure that Manish Sisodia is questioned by the ED for a further period of 5 more days.
Siddharth, that order has not yet come, but we have managed to access the remand application of Enforcement Directorate, and very specifically this time around ED destruction of evidence. In the court itself, ED had said how he destroyed one of his phones on 20th June last year, just at a point of time when the LG had ordered the CBI inquiry. What ED is trying to say that if he was completely honest, why would he have gone ahead and destroyed his mobile phone? Lawyers of Manish Sisodia had earlier said that him being a deputy chief minister at that point of time could have used several phones, and this was nothing. There is nothing incriminating about it. The ED's remand note further mentions the fact that there were a series of meetings that have taken place, and they have also mentioned that South Group was given certain favors only because they had in fact told them that 100 crore rupees would be transferred through Dinesh Arora to Vijay Nair.
Okay, Bhavtosh, we'll of course await the order on the part of the court as well that has now granted ED 5 days custody to question Mr. Sisodia. You've accessed the remand application on the part of the ED, and Aditi will take us through some of those details on what the ED has submitted to the court seeking further custody of Sisodia, some of the reasons that they've offered. Yes, Aditi.
Well, Times Now's Bhavtosh has managed to access the ED remand note, and in the ED remand note, the one thing that is very clear is that ED is again and again reiterating the fact that Manish Sisodia is actually involved in the activity connected to the accusation, possession and use of proceeds of crime, and therefore Manish Sisodia is guilty of the offence of money laundering. Now furthermore, in this they have stated that he has withheld, let me highlight, withheld information which is in his exclusive knowledge and extremely relevant to the investigation. So therefore ED is seeking further custody of Manish Sisodia, and this is the exclusive remand note that they submitted to the court asking for further custody of Manish Sisodia.
Okay, let me take this across to Bhavtosh as well. Bhavtosh, it'll be interesting to see how the questioning proceeds, because like you told us earlier, the ED wants Manish Sisodia to also be sitting alongside Arvind, among others, who made some serious claims about the changes that were brought to the liquor policy, complete divergence from some of the recommendations that have been made by the expert committee. So it'll be very interesting to see that over the next 5 days, how the questioning actually pans out.
Well, next 4 days are very important for this case. Not only Manish Sisodia will be separately questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, but tomorrow YSRCP MP Muganta Reddy would be called in for questioning. His son Raghav Reddy have already been arrested. He was also manufacturer of alcohol, but he got 2 retail zones because of collusion between Delhi government and the South Group. And on Monday, again K. Kavita has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. That would be the 3rd summon that has been issued by the Enforcement Directorate. She has approached the Apex Court, but no relief was given to her. So important developments are taking place. Even as we speak, Siddharth, the questioning of Buchi Babu Garuntala is going on at Enforcement Directorate. 2nd time his statement is being recorded in 3 days. So there are certain, one can say, certain developments that are taking place in this case. One has to wait and see how much evidence can be collected and whether that evidence can stand the scrutiny of law.
Absolutely, Bhavtosh. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this, and especially after the court has delivered its order extending custody or giving custody to the ED for a further period of 5 days for Mr. Sisodia. We'll also await the release of the order copy too. Now, after Mr. Sisodia was in fact forced to tender his resignation as Deputy Chief Minister of the National Capital, Sisodia's bungalow has now been reallotted, this time to Atishi Marlena. He's been asked to vacate the bungalow by the 21st of March. That's the latest development following a reallotment order that has been issued by the Public Works Department and Atishi has in fact been offered to take possession of that particular bungalow subject to her own agreement and approval.
So your bungalow has been allotted to Atishi. Would you have anything to say about it?
Excuse me,
Sir, only 15 days since you have been and you think Mr. Kejriwal is... So do you think Mr. Kejriwal is washing his hands of you?